This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
Thinking right now, like a guy eating out of a soup can, or a pig pen, a person walking around with like a dust cloud following him around, or just spitballing.
I'm glad you don't make logos, man.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I don't.
Chris Goss. He's still alive. It's pretty cool. It is the 18th of February, 2021. My name is Corey Winfield.
Marnie Winfield.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast. Chris there was talking about logo making, and that's when he was talking about for himself, he would make that kind of logo maybe. And speaking of logos, I'm going to have a logo on a coffee bag to design soon. Pretty excited.
I know it.
Yes. Well, 217 Recovery Coffee.
It's becoming real.
I know. And I put it out there. I was like, hey, man, if you want to, because there's a lot of people that can draw, a lot of artists in recovery. And I threw it out there and said, hey, you want to design our bag? Send me an email. Send me a picture.
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
No, nobody felt like doing that. So don't worry. I got it. I can do it. I'll do it. It's fine. I get it. You're busy. But yeah, we're getting samples. It should be here today. Mm-hmm. And as we're doing the podcast right now, in real time, it's 6:28 p.m. Eastern time. And it's supposed to be here by 8. The samples. Mm-hmm. Then we drink the coffee. My pinky up in the air.
Mm-hmm. Taste test.
That's good. We'll go with that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we place the order, and they come in, and we sell them. And speaking of selling them, we got a bunch of shirts in today, too.
I know. So many.
And these shirts are going to be affordable. We're not talking about that stuff that you get at the mall. Nope. They're going to look like you got them at the mall, but you didn't. You can get them from us. And I'm thinking we sell them for $10.
Right.
You know, t-shirts, $10.
I think
cool
that's
logo
great.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the only problem is, unless you like know me or run into me at the store, I hang out in the ice cream aisle, then you got to pay shipping. And sometimes that can be expensive.
More than the shirt.
Yeah, as we found out, like you're just going to, do some priority one box shipping, $8, $8.95 or something. What?
You're just like, where's the Pony Express box? Can I check that? Because I don't care if it gets there in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I mailed a hat to a friend of mine, Zeb, who lives like in St. Joe, Michigan, and it was like $12 just to mail a hat. Mm-hmm. And then Tyrone had me mail some bags to Detroit, big old army bags, $50 total. I thought that was going to be like $200. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. Just a simple hat and a box and a shirt. I don't know. So it'll cost you more than $10. But the good thing is you can buy more than one shirt. You only get charged shipping once.
Yeah.
So details coming soon. Because I still got to make them. But we got them. Now, if you've been following the podcast since the birth, wow. Thank you. It's just my mom I'm talking to. Thanks, Mom. Mm-hmm. But if you've been listening to the last few podcasts, I was talking about this man, the name of Jonah Frick. He wrote a book called Detox Hotel. He was supposed to be on the podcast tonight. Mm-hmm. But he called me and said he was feeling a little sick. He said he texted me. It's like he was calling into work. Like he played it up. He's like, I'm just not. I puked. I'm not feel good. I'm a little hoarse. Or
you better be careful what you say. You still want him on.
Whatever. No, I told him I was going to make fun of him tonight.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So then he was like, "Oh, my wife is taking care of me. I'm so sick, and I got COVID, and now I got lupus."
Maybe he really has COVID. That would be terrible.
No. It happens how it's supposed to. Acceptance is what I would tell him. Mm-hmm. I'm like, nothing happens in God's world by mistake, Jonah. Hope he feels better, but yeah, he was sounding kind of hoarse, and he just didn't want to be on promoting his book. It sounded like deaf.
That's fair.
Yeah, he respected the podcast. So much love, man. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. You know, I let my friend Jamie come on here drunk one time. Because I figured, you know what, if he wants to get on here and start talking drunk, then he can listen to that and he can feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
So, But yeah, Jonah, we'll get you on Saturday. That's the plan. So feel better. And
Sorry.
oh, we got an important call. Who is it?
Charles.
Oh, Charles. We're going to give a shout out to Charles. It is Thursday. It's shout out Thursday.
Shout out to Charles.
So I'm shouting out to...
He had no idea he just called in when we were on the podcast.
Hey, your mom wants to do a call-in. You should answer it and ask him some questions.
He's just going to ask something silly that has nothing to do with anything or bad news that I really won't be able to handle correctly.
Right. But actually, we do the hotline number on Sundays, so...
Yeah.
There's your chance to call him. We'll give you the hotline number later on in the show. But yeah, Frick will be on his book, Detox Hotel. Now, my mom swears she's seen this man before, and I'm supposed to ask him a question, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna ask him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask him on Saturday, obviously. So, all right, Jonah, and then Jonah, feel free to send me that book, bro. Like, I haven't read it yet. Maybe we'll do a little swap, merchandise swap.
There you go.
Figure something out. It was very productive today in my recovery and my goal for helping other people. I reached out to a couple more treatment centers because some people know, some people don't know, but 217 Recovery, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And our mission is to provide hope, support, resources for people in early recovery and people still battling addiction. And one way we do that is give people rides to and from treatment. You know, whether going to treatment, coming home from treatment, maybe going home, maybe going to a sober living, you know, whatever it is, you know, to get them there, because that's a huge obstacle for a lot of people. And the insurance companies will pay, like if somebody's on Medicaid, they'll pay for you to ride the bus. It's very inconvenient for you. In some cities, especially in northern Michigan, like if you go to the facility in Alpena, like, and you're going down south, like you'll have to wait in a hotel overnight to catch the early 6 a.m. bus or 5:30. I mean, it's silly. And then you're on a bus all day and you're stopping at gas stations that are liquor stores. They're liquor stores that sell gas.
Now gas stations are liquor stores.
Yeah.
Like even Shells and stuff. I don't know about Shells, but
would you want your brother or sister who you know has a hard time and just went the treatment for the second, first, it doesn't matter, 8th time, to have to face that 10 times on the way down? You know,
oh my God. And it's weird. They have like where you check out, you know, there's options of like the impulse buys, you know? It's not just Skittles and bags of barbecue chips anymore. It's like Skittles, barbecue chips, and then little shooters or Fireball. Yeah, like displayed bottles. Like beautifully, you know, like buy me or whatever. Just throw
2 for $1.
You know what? And a couple of these too. Throw those on there while you're at it. Oh man, it makes me angry. I'm like, these have no business being up here.
Right, and someone fresh out of treatment, I've never done that. But if you're out of treatment and you're in there and you're at the gas station, you think, man, I need a pop or something. You go in there and they're, oh, right there, 2 for $1. I can get 2 of these. I can pull it off. Like, it's just 2 little shooters, and this is going to help me unwind. It doesn't take much for us, for people who suffer with, you know, addiction, to justify some stuff real quick. Man, I'll drink them now. I still got 8 hours till I get home, and that way I can just calm down a little bit because I'm still stressed out right now. So then you do that, and once you take that first drink, you can't control it. And so the next stop, I'm just going to get a few more. I'm going to get half pint now. I'm going to get a pint. I'm going to mix it. And I'll tell somebody I found it on the bus. That's what I'll do.
Like
and it's not my fault, you know, because I found it on the bus. What was I supposed to do? And then, boom, they're done with that. Next thing you know, they're off the bus. They're not even getting picked up from their family. They're leaving with somebody else. I mean, who knows, man? This stuff does happen. I'm not just making up stuff. This is stuff that I've all heard before. So, anyway, I really don't need to go on and on about what we do or why we do it, but
bottom line is we will rationalize our poor decisions all day long when at the end of the day they're just poor decisions. And you need to keep focused especially when you're trying to get somewhere, like taking the first step and getting yourself to recovery to get treatment. That's huge, and you need to keep your eye on the ball and not be distracted by things like that. And that's what 217 Recovery Rise is trying to help with.
We're not trying. We're doing it.
Doing it. Pardon me.
Doing it well. We really are. And so I didn't want to get overwhelmed with the whole situation. And there were steps that we had to go through and protocol we had to follow and background checks and stuff had to be done for us to be where we're at now, where we can offer these services to treatment centers and say, look, if somebody's coming, to your treatment center, as long as you're contracted with, NMRE, we can help you out. And NMRE has just been wonderful. They're the prepaid insurance health provider, PIHP. Mm-hmm. There's 10 of them in Michigan, and they're the ones in northern Michigan. So they understand, like, this is a huge thing that we're doing, and it's something new, which is really weird. It's not totally new, but it is new, and they just want to see how many people we can help, and is there really a need for it? Of course, they know there is, so they're like, we got your back. Do what you need to do, and so I reached out to a couple more facilities today, just saying, hey, here's our services, and pretty excited, to start working with them, and just to show them, what a difference it is. And for them, I mean, there's so many advantages for a treatment center to use us. First of all, it's free for them. Not like they're paying for it. And to know that, hey, Jim said he's coming here at 4, Corey's bringing him. Oh, well, he'll be here at 4 then. Just to know, like, oh, is this guy not going to show up today? Because that happens so many times. And people who work at these treatment centers are spending time getting things ready and paperwork, and then
holding
boom.
beds. Yeah.
Yeah, and then dude just never shows up. And you're just like, okay, well, we just wasted all that time. And
it's not even about the time that's wasted for the treatment center. That could be a fatal, you know what I mean? A fatal setback.
Oh yeah, if somebody's going to have their drug dealer take them to treatment, and then one last time on the way there, he shoots up too much and overdoses.
I'm sure it's happened.
His buddy's still afraid of the whistleblower thing. Like, man, I don't believe that. I don't believe that law. I heard too many people still going to jail. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't do what he needs to do, and oops, I forgot the Narcan kit, and I don't know what to do with my buddy. He just overdosed. Stuff can happen. So we do the rides. Yeah. And so, yeah, 2 more people are on board. And then one I kind of reached out with, and it was like, they're not a big fan. Unlike Jesus, they are not a big fan of mine. Mm. But it has nothing to do, because I don't like them either. But it has nothing to do with that. It's all about the people that are going to treatment. And I don't badmouth places when I'm taking people to treatment. That's not my job. My job is to give them hope, inspiration, and deliver them where they need to go. And having a recovery coach, a certified recovery coach, driving somebody there is a huge advantage. There's a lot of questions. I've taken a lot of people that have gone for the first time to treatment. A lot of questions I can answer for them.
Mm-hmm. Other than sitting on a bus.
Yeah.
Saying, was this a good idea?
Thinking, man, one last time.
I can't do this. When you can.
Yeah. So, did a couple rides, and we've been able to have the luxury to do them pro bono, I guess you could say. But that's courtesy of people who've donated to 217 Recovery.
Absolutely.
If it's your birthday, if you have a birthday coming up, and I don't even think you need to do it, you can just start a fundraiser on Facebook, but a lot of people do them for their birthdays. Mm-hmm. Remember 217 Recovery. Amazon Smile is something that raises a couple dollars for us. It's going to take a lot of people buying a lot of things, but every little bit helps. Set the donation to 217 Recovery, and every time you buy some on Amazon, half a penny goes to us. For every $1 you spend, half a penny. You spend $2, we're getting a penny.
Yep.
And it's not even out of your pocket. It's out of Amazon. So buy your house through Amazon. Or a car. Can you buy cars through Amazon?
I don't know.
Should be able to. But that probably wouldn't be. Because some things, it's like, it tells you, yep, this is donatable. Like, this is good. Mm-hmm. But I bet somebody bought a house there, they wouldn't match it.
Probably not.
Anyway, I don't think they sell houses, so we're just talking about dumb stuff that's not even going to happen. Let's move on. Okay. Thank you. So, yeah, so that was good today. Hope Not Handcuffs. That's another program that's really good. And I think your mom showed me something on her phone the other day, and it was a different program that the police department has.
Called the Angel Program.
Yeah, and that one, I didn't really want to say the name.
Oh.
But they, I called them once. This woman wanted to go to treatment, and I was telling her about the Angel Program, how they can help her, and she's like, yeah, but they're going to take me to jail and not let me go to treatment. I don't know. I think you're wrong on that. So I called the Michigan State Police, and I talked to the woman. I did a whole podcast about it, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago, where I even, I give the officer's name, who I spoke with. And she said, no, if she has warrants for, back child support, then, we're going to take her to jail, not to treatment. And I explained to her, and she was like, yeah, well, that's just how it works, And I explained to her, like, well, this woman is behind on child support. The reason she doesn't have her kids is because she has a substance use disorder, like, she wants to get help. But Hope Not Handcuffs, totally different program.
Yes.
And now they do have people they call angels that help you along the way. If you have any questions, and they will guide you to the right people, get you set up with recovery coaches. Hope Not Handcuffs is part of Families Against Narcotics program. And I think it's just great what they're doing. And if you know anybody who needs any help, and a lot of people think, oh, well, I have to be threatened with jail. No, you don't. Because either way, it's going to be instant, and you'll hear this when you go to treatment too, a lot. 3 ways it's going to end. Institution.
Jails, institutions, or death?
Yeah, but I was going to try to do it more dramatic and mix it up.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. You stole my thunder again. So Hope Not Handcuffs is a program that can get you where you need to go. You don't have to be facing jail time, but if you're thinking, if I keep going this way, I will be facing jail time. And, it's about giving people hope, as opposed to sending you to jail. And if you are facing some stuff, give them a call and see if they can get you on the right path. And there's a link to Hope Not Handcuffs on our website. It says that we are proud supporters of them, which we are. So check that out, 217recovery.com. We'll just get to it now. I just want to say thank you. A big thank you. Huge, huge thank you. Round of applause. Thank you. Our governor of Michigan. Doing a great job, man. Just giving money to the people. Well, there were 15 different networks that they gave $55 million to. They got to keep 5%, the people who gave away the money, for administration fees and stuff. So they get to keep a little bit too. So good for them. But man, they sure did do a great job. The ones up here in northern Michigan, Networks Northwest, they hooked some people up. And a lot of them were restaurants and stuff like that. So I'm a big fan of restaurants. I like eating at restaurants. So that was cool to see the money kind of go where it needed to go. And, to be out there knowing that I can go to any yoga shop that they have in northern Michigan now, it's huge. That's going to save lives. Unfortunately, we didn't get any. We didn't
funding.
Not even $5. We got nothing. But what we do is totally different. We're out there helping people get to treatment and change their lives so that they can be a productive member of society again, and so that they can actually live a healthy life and raise their kids and have families. That's what we do. I mean, it's not really a big deal. But these yoga shops, though, oh my God. I mean, that is such a huge thing, Like, you don't want to see people at Walmart walking around that aren't all sexified, And can you imagine going to a yoga? I mean, can you imagine if your yoga place got shut down because COVID, because you had to wear a mask that you couldn't go to yoga?
If you're not picking up his sarcasm here, folks, he's laying it on pretty thick. He's a little salty about the whole thing.
No. I mean, hey, I just think that yoga is just something that's amazing. I mean, the last time that they did this, it was nail salons, and you're a big fan of nail salons. That's more important than saving people's lives, because whatever makes you happy, because as some people say, well, maybe they shouldn't have done them drugs. maybe they shouldn't have drank so much beer. But yoga, they did eat those cupcakes, and they do need to do some Kegels or whatever. You know, it's important, you know, for mind and body to be healthy, and you know, like that's great. I'm so proud that, you know, that they're getting the support that they needed. You know, got your nails did, get your yoga classes in.
I think that we have to give a slight benefit of the doubt that maybe they were gearing the money to go towards places of business that were hit hard because
like the golf one. Yeah, the golf place.
COVID.
Yeah, Charlevoix Golf and Fitness Club.
I'm not.
No, I've never been there. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it was popping. Charlevoix
here's
Golf
the thing.
Club in the winter. I mean, maybe they have indoor stuff. I don't know. Never, like I said, I've never been there.
I'm not trying to validate their choices on who should
cool with the restaurants. I like
get the money. I'm trying to figure out where their mind was when they made those decisions.
And they actually closed the restaurants. You could still go to yoga.
I doubt it. You know any yoga
gyms?
places? No, they were closed down.
What?
They were closed down every time the restaurants were closed down. They were closed down.
Gyms and restaurants were closed down.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Nope. Open to the world.
Anyway, we didn't get a piece of that grant.
And this time they didn't even write me back.
Yeah.
Because they said, according to the grading system, you guys didn't score enough points. So I said, well, how do we score more points for next time? And they said, the point system set by the Michigan Department of Labor or whatever. And so I emailed them. I'm like, what's up? How about these points tallied? They're like, we don't set no points. We just said that you have to have been closed. You have to, you know, do this, and they have to be under so many employees, have to do this. And that's all we do. So then I sent that back and was like, okay, so tell me again, how do we score more points? And they didn't reply.
He's been very persistent. Something will end up turning around for us.
You know what? I don't even need their help.
Okay.
I don't. We don't.
Right.
You know, people in recovery, we can do this. We can do whatever we want. And as long as we're sober, we'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
You know, take your little money, spend it on your nails, get your yoga shops back up, enjoy society. You know, we'll build our own thing and do our own thing over here.
Good attitude.
You know,
I like it.
I mean, yeah, I'm done. I don't care. I'm not asking them for anything ever again. Not a big fan. I don't know if you could tell.
No, I can.
Anyway. Thanks for not coming on tonight, Jonah.
See what happens, Jonah?
Getting worked up. There's something else I was going to talk about, too. No. You got me all worked up. See how I did that? What codependency. No, that was just blaming, which obviously it's not your fault. It's not even Networks Northwest's fault for getting me all worked up. And the reason why, so here's a perfect example for me to explain how you break down anger. You know, am I angry? I sound angry, don't I?
Yeah.
But I'm not really angry. What I am is hurt. I'm let down.
Yeah.
And to hide that hurt, to hide that pain, I lash out with what some would perceive as anger. But really, I'm laughing inside. Because one day, that's how karma works. There'll be something where they'll be like, hey, my son. I'm like, hey, aren't you due from, you're the guy from Networks Northwest. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure how to do that. See ya. Not that I would do that either. Because that's I know that's not what we're about. I would help them, but still, and I would, you know what? I would help them really well, and just to show them, see, dude, that's what we do, bro. You know, you can not email me back because you think I'm being salty, and I just wanted to know. You know, like, why would you send me to somebody else and blame somebody else for making up these rules, and then there are no rules? And next time we're going to be 217 nail salon. We're going to be 217 yoga shop.
See what happens.
Yep. We'll be everything but 217 recovery. We'll be 217 Jesus lives. I don't know. We'll be 217 corner bar. I don't care. We'll just. I know. All right, I'll stop. And sorry if I didn't mean to bring anybody else down on the podcast.
I know you didn't.
I had to get it off my chest.
That's good.
When I do the podcast.
Do you feel better now?
Mm-hmm. That was my therapy session.
Okay, good. There you go.
All right. So, any more shout outs you want to do?
My mom is we're gonna be having coffee with my mom. She's gonna be partaking in the coffee tasting coming up. That's gonna be fun.
She's on the board. She's part of that decision making.
Yep, for sure.
I always remember people, and then I always forget them.
Right.
Like, I'm like, oh, I gotta give them a shout out. I know if you're at a treatment center, what's up? Shout out.
Yeah.
That's a shout out.
For sure.
Didn't name it, but you know. David P.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while, but I was thinking about him the other day.
Okay.
Tom, thinking about him. There's a lot of people that I think about a lot, and some people would probably think that's weird. But I just kind of wonder, you know. And sometimes if I don't hear from them, I'm like, oh, that's not good. I was riding back the other day from dropping a guy at treatment, and I was thinking about how many business cards I hand out and how many people actually call me. It's probably like 1%.
You think so?
Yeah. 1% will.
Yeah, but how many times has that business card that you gave to somebody else that your number been given? Like, I know this person from this way. Lots of times I'm sure it's just word of mouth more than an actual business card.
Yeah, and
in fact, I know that's true. That's got to be true by like a lot.
People, they hit me up on Facebook and stuff too. But I mean, it's very easy to get a hold of me. I get my email all the time. I'm pretty sure it's on our website.
Yeah.
Corey, Corey, 217recovery.com. It's easy to get a hold of me. But yeah, I mean, there's other ways that people do get a hold of me. You know, that's not that they call me.
Right.
But I was just thinking about that the other day too. I was just like, how many people have called me? You know, we've done probably like 60 rides or so, maybe more. But it's like, yeah. So I think about those guys a lot. And big shout out to Gary. I'm not sure if he's listening. I hope he is. And that's it. That's all I got.
Good.
For shout outs. So, all right. That's all you got?
Yeah.
For the show?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get out of here. All right. Thanks again for listening. Sorry for the rant, but I had to get off my chest. I'm sure you understand. Sometimes you got to do that.
I think so.
And if you don't have a therapist, this is proof that I need to call mine again. You know, like, but Marnie does help me, and she is a person that I use for that. So, and again, like I said, the podcast is something that I use to stay sober, and it helps me big time. So, thanks again for listening. 217recovery.com resources. Check out the Hope Not Handcuffs program. We don't have any links to yoga classes on there yet, but we will soon.
Okay.
Yes. Check out our Instagram, all that gets jazz. Facebook, like us, share us, tweet at us, and listen, get the app as well. The App Store and the Google Play Store. Absolutely free. It's pretty cool.
There you go.
Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you on Saturday with Jonah Frick, author of Detox Hotel, and you can buy that book right now on Amazon.
Thanks, everybody.
I'll send it to me. Send me the book, Jonah.